Let's talk about the other T20 quarterfinals, the Blast quarterfinals, Harmy. By the by, for what it's worth, and it's probably worth nothing, I think the Blast is the best T20 tournament in the world. I think the format, I think it's hard work. You play a lot of games, obviously, so therefore you have your revenue generation, but the format, quarterfinals, and qualifying for finals day, which has become such a showpiece of the season, is a win in itself. And I absolutely love the tournament, and I think that fans do as well. So we need to talk about Ravi Bopara. What, what an absolutely brilliant 14 over match. Some people said it shouldn't have taken place, by the way. They said conditions really weren't fit. But if it had been postponed or abandoned, then people would have complained about that as well. But seriously, what a fabulous! He's 40 years old. He's played in every single season of the Blast, and he looked like he was 20 again, not 40.
He did. It was brilliant to see Ravi. I mean, he's such a great player. I mean, really was. I mean, when he first got into the England team, I was still in there, and he's got a great outlook in life. I mean, he has. I mean, sometimes he's not even awake. Do you think, Ravi, are you awake down there with your helmet on, and then all of a sudden he'll come into life? And I thought his innings was. Do you know what? I know when I keep talking about like the England players and some of the decision making that people have under pressure. I mean, Ravi, because of his relaxed manner and his relaxed nature, yeah, his decision making under pressure is brilliant. It really was, and that was a good stuff. I mean, he come up against a good bowling attack. He had difficult conditions. I know it was difficult for the bowlers, but it was difficult for batting as well. And they're a good side, Northampton. I know you look at the way David Willey led that side, and you look at the way David Willey led Trent Rockets in the 100, and I look at the Ravi. Two things for me that I make on the Ravi one. I made a point in our WhatsApp group, and it's like there's 17, 18-year-olds getting wildcards into the 100, getting 25 grand, 30 grand here, there, and everywhere. I don't mind that. I really don't, because I think you have to give them experience. When I see somebody like Ravi Bopara commentating on the BBC, and you've got 17-year-olds who can't get a game in a franchise tournament, and you go in and you're seeing the likes of Livingstone, you're seeing the likes of Bairstow, seeing the likes of David Willey, all these older guard who have been the best players in the 100 so far this summer. You're going, there must have been a place for Ravi Bopara. But you know what that did, Manners? That helped Northampton. Because I think and I don't know this, but my personal view is if Ravi Bopara played in 100, he wouldn't have gotten that 100 against in there for Northampton against Surrey in the quarterfinal, because being 40 years old and playing the 100 and everything that goes batting and bowling, the dynamics he has, he probably wouldn't have been sort of had the energy to do that. So I think from Northampton's point of view and Darren Lehman's point of view, it was brilliant that he did miss the 100. But what an innings, what a player and great character. He was on with Stuart Broad not long later on TV, talking about it, and he was brilliant. He was as chirpy as ever. I mean, he was as chirpy as ever. I think if I can remember rightly back, because I think I was a tour to the West Indies where I think not only did he leave his passport at home once and had to get a taxi for it, I think he did it twice. I mean, he is he is dozy as Rav, but I tell you what a player he's been in English cricket. Not only just for England, he played in the 2009 Ashes series. He's played in World Cups. He's played in big tournaments. Played in every franchise tournament around the world. And at 40 years old at the Oval, and a big crowd, a big occasion, big night against probably the best team that's in the tournament. 100 or 50 balls. He's made for finals day, and I mean it has been. I think from the white ball format in domestic cricket this summer, it's been the old guard that have stood up. It really has. The ones that have been discarded from England, and the ones that are probably finished a long time ago for England, are the ones that really have shown and shone light. Because unless Rob Key, Brendan McCullum, Ben Stokes, and this current regime are having total disregard for first-class cricket, and they're picking young players to go through the pathway, I think sometimes you have a look at that pathway and you go, right, if you dip them into this experience that's in county cricket, then squad, because the likes of Bairstow, the likes of Livingstone, the likes of Bopara, the ones that have shone up, David Willies and all that, they'll learn them a thing or two. So I think there has to be a compromise and coming together for both. But brilliant for Rav, and it'd be a great finals day as well.
Just a reminder that he came to the crease at 1 for 2 as well. And you would have heard Stuart Broad say to him on TV, "Well, you've got 10 days now before finals day. What are you going to do to keep going?" And he said, "Oh, 9 days of golf."
10 days of golf, yeah. A man after my own heart.
Let's look at the other games then. That was a big upset. Steelbacks beating Surrey. A couple of other extraordinary innings. Sean Dixon, I'm totally fascinated by his career. I mean, when he goes big, he goes enormous. He's going to get triple hundreds in first class cricket, but very inconsistent. But his 71 off 26 balls saw Somerset overcome the Warwickshire Bears 191 for 6 with a ball to spare. Brilliant innings. And Livingstone showed his quality, didn't he, with an unbeaten 85 off 45 balls for Lancashire to get into finals day over Kent as well. So they do say, don't they, that it only takes one individual with one brilliant performance to win a T20 game. It does. No, it's not true, of course, but those examples were as close as you can get.
Yeah, definitely. There were. I give the Dixon one up. I give it up. I really did. Gleeson's got the last ball of so 7 balls left. I think they needed 19 to win. Dixon on strike, and you're going, he's got to hit a 6 or a 4. If he single, I was sitting there thinking, right, if he hits a single, Dixon can hit 18. I don't think Craig Overton can hit 19. If he hits a 4, Craig Overton might possibly get to 15 off the last over with him being on strike. Because you'd imagine the field would come in and you try and keep him on strike. But then when Gleeson bowled he bowled 2 brilliant Yorkers right at the end. And you're going, nah, no chance. 19 with Dixon not on strike for the last over. They've got no chance here. I've given it up. But what a finish. I mean, the over, I think it was 2 overs before. I think he had 20 odd and 2 over, 20 odd, I think it was in 2 overs before. And you're going, right, they've got a chance now because of how small Taunton is. But I thought there were always maybe 3 balls behind. Always three balls behind. But he made it up. It just shows you hold your nerve to the last over and you ask the bowler to make a decision. And if he doesn't quite get it, you get the momentum and bosh, you're aware. And I thought the Liam Livingstone one was such an innings by an experienced player who we've all talked about his responsibilities. When he's been given the responsibility, he stands up and he stood up. He got whacked in the head. That was a big hit. That I don't know if you've seen it, Manners. The hit he got on the head. That not only does that hurt, but that would have took a lot out of him. It really would. And I mean, it hit him. Yeah, I was fearful for a second there because where it actually hit him just below where the helmet is. But then he kept going and held his nerve. I thought Lancashire, apart from Liam Livingstone, I thought Lancashire were embarrassed with the bat. I really did. I didn't think they handled the pressure at all. Top of the order was poor. 2 lads in the middle did really well. And even at the back end, and you're going, just hit it for one. And Liam's hitting it out the ground. Just keep him on strike. And 2 or 3 players came in and threw it up in the air. I didn't think Lancashire handled the pressure that well. So he'll lose Phil Salt for finals day as well. So you look at Lancashire and wonder, I wonder if they might be the poor relations in this. But I thought Liam Livingstone, he's made his mouth go to us. He's had his say, and he stood up and been counted in not only in the 100, but he's now got his team to finals day. And if Lancashire for me had to win finals day, you talk about one man having to do it. I think he might have to be very, very influential in both games because that could be a weaker Lancashire side going into the Saturday afternoon because of obviously Phil Salt's going to miss as well.
Steelbacks, by the way, might have their South African Matthew Brietzke back in their squad. He's not in South Africa's T20 squad, but yeah. So just confirmation that finals day will be Hampshire, Northamptonshire, Lancashire, and Somerset. That's I don't think anybody have any complaints about that. I think they're very, very, very good teams, aren't they? They've proven it through the season.